Hi class, today we're going to look at my work on the portrait that I was working on. I decided to do something of my own for a little bit and I got quite a bit done. It took about 2 hours of work to get this far. I'm working in crayon so you can kind of see how it turned out, how I got this far in my video. So I hope you enjoy. What you guys can't see here is I have a whole bunch of lines that I've tried to erase so that my crayon will cover them. Like right here I've got a spot where my chin used to be down here and I had the head just a little bit bigger, and I've got a whole bunch of other stuff going on down here. So I'm going to kind of erase my pencil lines because I don't want my pencil lines to be the defining edge. I want the color changes to be my defining edges. So I'm going to kind of clean up some of my pencil lines. I'll be able to cover some of them later. I'm also noticing in my reference picture that this is slightly different. This is a little bit more, dropped my eraser. I'm noticing that her chin rounds a little bit more right here than what I've got, and then there's quite a bit of a shadow right here to kind of make her chin look a little bit more pointed than what I've got right here. And you don't want to use lines to make those changes. I'm going to use shadows to make those changes, so they're more subtle and realistic. There's a little bit of a shadow right here under her chin. And I'm doing this really, really light. Using my slightly lighter color to bring this side of the face down more. Okay, I'm back. I've decided to try and work flatter. It was going to be hard to keep my head out of the way in the shots, and it was going to be kind of hard on my arms because for me, drawing sometimes is a little bit slower of a process than painting. Painting tends to be a little bit faster. I also pulled out my proportional divider, which if you've never seen one, that is a proportional divider. And what this does is it helps me with my proportions on the face. So you saw me earlier where I was measuring the length of this shadow and I compared it to the eye. And I can do that without having to like do this with my fingers or do this with my pencil. It's a little bit more precise, and especially if your hands get shaky, it's a little bit easier than trying to, you know, go like this and get your finger just right. It's also good for people who have, you know, problems with their hands. So I can just go like this, and as long as I don't like squeeze this, because it moves, it's pretty free, but also at the same time there's resistance, so it doesn't just fall shut. If you didn't have one of these, you could use a compass, and just make sure that your compass, the gimbal in the middle is nice and tight. You could use a compass for this if you don't have one of these. A plastic one like this is about $14 to $15. I think I bought this one for $11, but I've had it for a while. And you can also do it when you're drawing from life, and I'll show you how to do that in one of our tutorials.
Oh my gosh.